Last time on punctuation. Professor Word arrives at Farmer Ted's farm. He says that he will look at the map at his office. Before episode 2 finishes, we meet a new character named Inspector Brackett. He says that he is Professor Word's cousin and wants the map. And now, part 3 of punctuation.
Map? What map?
Oh, I believe he is referring to this.
Hi, where'd you get that?
Well, Farmer Ted found it on his farm, and I brought it here to my office so I could examine it. Hey, how did you know about this?
Let's just say that we've been looking for this map for quite some time. Plus, I'm also an inspector. So, do you mind if I look at the map?
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I noticed that there were some kind of symbols on the map, and I think they represent objects.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'll be sure to look it over. Hey, Professor Word, we should meet up sometime. Let's say we go over to the old soda shop we used to go to when we were kids.
Oh, Pop Soda Shop, yeah. Is that place still around?
Indeed it is. Well, I'll be seeing all of you later.
Well, there go our chances on seeing the map.
Don't worry, I'll get you a copy of it. In the meantime, let's just let the authorities handle it. Hey, Shaun, let's get on with our next subject.
Okay, sounds good. Hi everyone, welcome to Shaun Allen Films, the educational series. I'm Shaun Allen. This is episode 3 of punctuation. In today's episode, we're going to be learning about the question mark.
In the last episode, we talked about the period. If you haven't seen this episode and want to check it out, click the annotation above. If you can't see that annotation, click the link down below entitled Previous Episode.
So if you're ready, then let's get started. So what is a question mark? I mean, what good is it? When do you use it? Is it really useful? How many question marks should we use in a paragraph?
Yeah, you ask a lot of questions, pal.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Anyway, what is a question mark? Well, it happens to be one of 3 in punctuation marks. What are they? Well, first we have the period, which we talked about the last episode, the question mark, and the exclamation mark, which we'll be talking about the next episode. A question mark ends a direct question. Here's an example.
Hey, Professor Wood, got a question for you. Do you happen to have one of my lab manuals for my chemistry class? I lost mine.
1 sec, I'll check. Is it? Oops. Yep, I've got it.
Oh, great. Can you possibly drop it off at my laboratory today?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Awesome, thanks. As you can see, these questions are direct questions. Thus, the question mark was necessary for each of them.
But be careful. There are some sentences out there that may look like questions, but they really aren't. Here's an example.
They asked me to figure out how to determine x and y. What? As you just heard, the student asked an indirect question. So instead of using a question mark, we use a period instead. However, when he said what, that was a question. Thus, we use a question mark. Want another example? Okay. I bet the director's going to ask me to do that line one more time. See? This isn't a direct question, so we use a period instead of a question mark.
Here is a quick reminder for you in case you're writing an essay on a computer. If you use the words why or are at the beginning of a sentence, The document program might think that your sentence is a question and flag it as an error. You must always be alert when you are typing an essay. If you mean for a sentence to be a question and use the wrong punctuation mark, then you might lose points on an exam or essay. So be careful when you're writing your drafts.
One more thing about question marks. There may be a few occasions where there will be a series of questions with a bunch of question marks. Plus, some of the questions in the series don't have to be full sentences. Here's an example. What is this person's address? His email, his phone number, his age, his height. See? All these are questions, and they all have question marks. Okay, enough questions. I think we have a clear idea of what a question mark is, right? So, I say that's all for today's episode. Oh, and by the way, if you want to review anything that was covered in today's video, just simply rewatch it. It's just that simple. So, that completes episode 3 of Punctuation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. In the next episode, we're going to be learning about the exclamation mark.
Before you go, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, favorite this video, and leave a comment down below telling us what you thought about today's show.
Be sure to also check out Shaun Allen Films The Vlog Series and Shaun Allen Films The Disneyland Video Series. And please follow the official Twitter and Facebook pages of Shaun Allen Films The Educational Series. All the links are down below in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more educational videos. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, keep on learning.
What is going to happen now that Inspector Brackett has the map? Will he find the treasure before Shaun and the gang? What soda will Professor Word and Inspector Brackett drink at Pop's Soda Shop? Find out in the next episode of Punctuation.
Hey, Professor Word, we should meet up sometime. Why don't we stop? I guess I've got to hold my pocket.
Alright, we're recording. This is episode 3 for Professor Bao Kim, take 1. Ooh, that was loud. Hi, where'd you get that? Oops.
Anyway, so what is a question mark? Well, very simply, it ends a question.
Yeah, that's the lamest line I've ever said. Hey, Professor Wood, I've got a question for you. Do you happen to have one of my lab manuals for my chemistry class? I forgot mine. Forgot mine? It should be lost.
You could stop there, pencil. Thank you.
Hey, Professor Wood, I got a question for you. Do you happen to have one of my lab manuals for my chemistry class? Class? I keep saying T for some reason. Map? What map? I mean, I've got this one for the Disneyland Resort. I mean, Disneyland, but yeah. You talk about this one? Disney movie reference to my video series. Go check it out on YouTube. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the battery died. Yep, it died. Okay.